What's up, guys? Tyler with Pippinger Landscapes and Pools with you today. I have a little science project. This is a little simulation. Well, this is kind of like a small scale installation showing our aggregate used, our pipe access to the ground surface water, and to simulate putting water around your fiberglass shell swimming pool. Now, there is a lot of misconceptions on fiberglass shell swimming pools, saying that they'll float, pop out of the ground, they'll crack. Yes, some of this is true, but if your swimming pool is installed properly, you will enjoy your swimming pool as long as you're alive, unless you're like 15 and you live to 150 or so. No, that's a joke. But number one thing we do, we backfill with an angular aggregate. Now what this does, when we backfill, this stone self-compacts, meaning that you don't have to run a plate compactor around the pool to compact your backfill material. There are some installations where people has used sand, and I have an upcoming video on that, how sand can liquefy and actually move around the pool and actually cause the pool to shift, which can cause structural issues with your swimming pool. Let's clear something up. Not only can your pool shift if the wrong aggregate or the improper installation techniques are used for your fiberglass shell swimming pool, your pool shell can also, the walls can bow in. And what happens is that the backfill material liquefies and moves around. It can actually push in on this wall. And when it pushes in on this wall, it can cause stress cracks. I got it this time. Stress cracks in the gel coat surface. And over time it weakens, the whole structure itself gets weakened and cause the actual failure. It may, leak. So, back to your regular programming. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the water on. We're going to introduce the water around the swimming pool, and we're going to see if this baby can float. As you can see, the water is rolling. We have about a quarter water around the pool in the container here. Now, all swimming pools can float. A vinyl liner, they float real easy. Now, gunite pools, they can pop out of the ground just as well as any other pool, such as a fiberglass pool, if it's not installed properly and you have no access to the groundwater. Now, we recommend keeping your swimming pool full. If there comes an instance where you need to drain your swimming pool, I would highly recommend you contacting a pool professional, preferably a fiberglass shell installer, to drain your pool, brace your pool, and make sure the groundwater is not going to be an issue causing any kind of hydrostatic pressure buildup. What I'm holding here is a composite rod that is actually used to go around the coping. We drill holes and we go around the coping. Now, years ago, there was rebar was used, and there were some rusting issues, and sometimes the rebar would actually break and cause weak spots, and the pool would shift. So we actually pour a 1-foot concrete collar around the pool, and this composite rod actually goes through the coping, locking in the concrete, causing it to be structurally stable and prohibiting any kind of shifting later on down the road. As the technology has advanced over the years, so has the construction processes, and giving you the consumer a better installed product for you and your family to actually enjoy for years to come. As you can see, the water is getting really about halfway here, so we're going to see if it can float. We have this baby brim full. Now, the water level in the pool, maybe a quarter, eighth of an inch higher in the pool than outside of the pool at the moment. So what we're going to do, we're going to dip some of this water out to kind of equalize it and see if maybe we can get this thing to pop out of the ground. Now right there, it's actually a little bit below it. I don't see any movement. We always install this to access groundwater in case there comes an instance where your pool might be, it's kind of a precautionary. All of our installations, we install this pipe to drop a sump pump in and pump the water out. So shall we maybe drain the whole pool and see what it does? All right guys, I have drained. There may be 1.5 inches of water in this pool, and this pool is floating. So as you can see, that is why we highly recommend not to drain your fiberglass shell swimming pool. And if you are going to do it, please contact a professional as stated before. Now, not only can fiberglass shell swimming pools can float as stated before, but so can gunite, shotcrete, and vinyl liner pools. Well, the actual liner will float up. What causes this is hydrostatic pressure. So if you have more water on the outside of your pool than what's in your pool, that can cause your pool to float. Y'all stay tuned for another video where we backfill with sand and introduce a little bit of water to see if we can get that pool to shift. So thanks for tuning in today. I'm Tyler with Pippinger Landscapes and Pools. Y'all come jump in.